We are going somewhere cool tomorrow, and I will tell you more in the next clip. Okay, wow, it feels like a long time since I've done this. Welcome to a new vlog. This week I am writing my novel while on a little holiday. So I'm going to... Where am I going? No. Okay. This is a bad start to this filming clip. It'll come back to me in a second. But I thought I would bring my laptop and my novel writing project and vlog a week of writing while on holiday. So I have a couple of things I plan to do. It's a very quiet place we're going to. It's a little island off the coast of Brisbane, which is currently, the name is currently slipped my mind, but I will return with it later in the vlog. So my plan is to swim for an hour a day, try and do 1,000-word writing sessions. Don't know whether that's going to happen every day, but we'll see. I guess you'll find out sooner than I will, because you'll see the rest of this video. And read and journal. So a little bit reduced from my regular list of activities, but nonetheless, many things that we will be doing over the course of this week. Tonight we are in Brisbane. I'm just at the hotel right now, and we're going for dinner in half an hour or so. So I'll take you along, and I hope you enjoy this look at my life. A kind of not very ordinary week, very unordinary week of writing. Okay, see you soon. So as you can see, we are starting this second day very early, but I thought I'd show you the sunrise. Hi, welcome to Lady Elliot Island. This is day 3 and it is about 10 a.m. and I have had a swim and just about to start working on writing for the day, or you know, sometime after I film this clip and then procrastinate for a little bit, I will start writing. I'm kind of torn about how to make goals for like this portion of time, because my last holiday I went away like this. I did bring my laptop and I did write, but I kind of really did like one session right towards the end of the trip, and I kind of want to balance, you know, like relaxing and actually getting that feeling of refreshment with making progress on my current project. So it's kind of a tricky thing to kind of know how to do it, but I suppose, you know, at this stage I haven't written anything, so I just need to make having brought the laptop worth it and actually write something today, and then take it day by day. But yeah, excited to have you along on this ride, and I guess we will see how many words I get done over the next... We're here for 10 days, so quite a long stretch of time. So I'm hoping to kind of catch up a little bit. I'm a bit behind where I'd want to be. My word target goal, I think, is like maybe 2,000 or 2,500 words behind where it should be. So hoping I can make that up over the next few days and kind of catch up to where I should be, and maybe go a bit beyond that. But that's the kind of summation of the goals for this little holiday. Okay, I'm going to open my laptop now. Okay, first writing session of the holiday done. 1,000 words down. I'm still like 1,600 words behind the target. I think I was more like 2,600 words behind when I started today. But I feel good. I made, the laptop worth bringing. So that is kind of, and I feel like, this project has kind of got some legs under it now. It's kind of more like 15,000 words is substantial. It's kind of got its baby foundations or something. But yeah, feeling good about that. And I will let you know if I do some more writing today. I think the plan now is to kind of read for a bit because I brought some good books with me. Okay. See you sometime. Okay, before I start my second writing session, I thought I'd show you some of our neighbors. These guys are just outside our cabin. So cute, so fluffy. Doesn't even look real on the camera. Okay, welcome to the second writing session of the day. You know that quote, like, be better than you were yesterday? Yesterday, to keep it real, all I did was nap the whole afternoon. I slept for like 3 hours. So, anything I write this afternoon is a million times better than what I did yesterday. So I'm just keeping that in mind as I kind of try to get over even though I've already written today, it's still like, mental, like, pushing against resistance to, like, start the timer and open the document and kind of get back into it. It's kind of still a challenge, but it's always a challenge. Okay, we have reached the 16,000 word mark, so that feels good. So 1,969 words is the most I've written in a day in a really long time, and I'm really pleased with that. It feels like after my first session, I had one of those like blocks where I was kind of like a bit lukewarm about what I'd written, like the plot, in terms of plot and how captivating it was. I was kind of like, I don't know whether I need to like beef it up more, but like that writing session, I actually felt like the scene was actually flowing and was engaging. Like, I got invested in it as I was writing it. So I think it will read really well when I come back to it. So pleased with that, and going to have a break for a bit. We will see what happens, whether I come back with another writing session or I see you tomorrow. Okay, welcome to day 2 of this routine. It is about 10 to 10 and we are starting the first writing session for the day. I'm hoping this 1,000 words will be a bit more like the second one yesterday. The first one, it wasn't terrible, but sometimes I'm not, like, one of the things I use to gauge how well the writing's going is how entertained, how in the scene I am. And the first session yesterday, I didn't feel like I really, like, was enjoying the scene. Like, I didn't feel as interested by it as the second session. And I know it's a first draft and not every scene is going to be top tier engaging, but you kind of use little metrics to kind of gauge how well you think it's going, because you can't really tell at this stage. There's so much left to do. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So shooting for 17,000 words this morning. let's get started. Okay, 17,000 words. I really, I felt like that took quite a bit of time. I don't know whether it's because, I've been in the manuscript more, so I'm a bit, writing fatigued. So it kind of, it took longer than it usually does to get 1,000 words, but that's okay. You know, we kind of fluctuate in how quickly we do things, and also I think it is comforting to know that if I put in maybe an hour's work or a little bit over an hour today, I will get another 1,000 words written. I will get that little bit closer to the end of the draft, and that is kind of reliably what I've taught myself now. So it's not so hard to lock in and focus on the individual session, because I know it's not going to be forever. It's only going to be an hour or an hour and 5 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes or whatever. So yeah, that was kind of nice. And yeah, I think I'm going to do some reading now and then have lunch, and yeah, maybe get back to more writing this afternoon, but we will see. All right, I am very full of pumpkin arancini, and we are getting ready to start writing session 2, which the target is 18,000 words, so let's do it. Okay, welcome back. It is day, I'm not sure. Just been up, had a swim, ready to start writing. One thing I did want to talk about is the interesting thing about being here is our cabin has no Wi-Fi, no mobile data, no nothing. So essentially it's just me and my word processing program, all alone. The dictionary app does work, so I can look things up on that, but you know, at home, if I was writing, obviously I have Wi-Fi there, so anytime I'm not totally sure on something, or I have just a random question that comes up, when did this, when I was writing my historical fiction, or when did this happen, or when did, you know, microwaves become commonplace in the home, I just spend a few minutes Googling it, and that is obviously something I can't do here. There are great advantages to writing without the internet, but that is one of the drawbacks, and it's something that honestly I feel like I thought would affect me more. I guess with this novel, not that it's familiar terrain, but I'm not having those random questions pop up as much. I'm more just falling into the story, falling into the dialogue, and kind of not thinking about little things that, you know, could trip you up. I don't know whether that will become evident in later drafts when I read back over it, that things don't make sense because I didn't have Google to kind of support me. Google's this kind of crutch I'm leaning on. Anyway, yeah, so today I am shooting for, we got to 18,000 yesterday, so today is 19,000 is our first target of the day. And I'm kind of I feel like I'm in the routine now of doing this. I don't feel like I'm struggling to get started as much as I did on the first day. The first day was a bit of oh, do I really want to? But you brought the laptop, and you got to make bringing the laptop worth it, you know. But now I'm just kind of feeling ready to start, which is quite nice because that doesn't always even happen at home. So yeah, okay, let's get into it. That is my first writing session done. Whee! I thought I'd start the day off by showing you some of the wildlife. I have seen a turtle while I've been here, but not this close. So there you can appreciate a turtle picture. Look, look, look. It's like you're in the ocean. Okay, welcome to Friday. There was no second writing session yesterday because I just got to, I don't know, the first session I did, I wasn't super happy with the way things were moving. Like, I felt like I was struggling a bit with what was happening next. And normally when I write, I have more time in between sessions, so I have more time to think about where I'm going with things. And one of the things about being here and doing this more intensive drafting is that there's sometimes only 2 hours between when I'm leaving the draft and when I'm picking it up again. And that's great for being in the story and knowing where I am, but it's not so great for when I get stuck and I have to think of the next thing that happens. So yeah, I don't know that I'm happy with what I wrote yesterday. Some of this session might be rewriting bits of yesterday's work, but in all likelihood we will hit 20,000 words this morning, which feels momentous. Every time you get to another 10,000 words in a draft, it feels big. And I've only gotten to 10,000 once, so like now 20, you know, it feels like doubling that. It feels like a big moment. So looking forward to that, and I guess we will get drafting. Okay, we hit 20,000 words, and that is how long it took. Okay, welcome to the late afternoon. I had a bit of a struggle fest with this morning's writing session. It has been a long time since I've been to the places I'm writing about in this novel. And although it's great that it's a travel novel and they're kind of moving because it keeps things fresh and interesting, I was having trouble with specific details, like knowing things. And under ordinary circumstances, I would just kind of Google what I didn't know and use the best answer the internet could give me and whatever I have in my own memories and just kind of cobble together something. But in this case, I don't have any internet, so it's kind of like the prose is feeling very generic, like they could be anywhere, and I don't really want that. Yeah, so I don't know that there's a solution to that problem. I suppose the thing I've kind of come to is that a generic version of this novel is better than no version. Like, it's better to have stuff that's kind of a bit bland and a bit samey than to have nothing. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'm writing in the bedroom right now, so let's jump into this draft and see how many words we can get. Another day, and we're starting it with another picture of a turtle for you to look at. There's also a whale and some stingrays, but I like the turtle best. He looks soulful. Okay, let's get started. Good morning. I just realized I didn't update you after yesterday, my second writing session, but we got to 21,000 words, so that is good. It feels kind of crazy to say, like, if I write 1,000 words today, I'll have written 8,000 words in the time I've been here, because like 8,000 words is a lot. Like, sometimes I do that in a whole month, and it's been 5 days of writing, like actually working. So that feels crazy to me, but I guess that is the benefits of going somewhere where there is really, like, I mean, there's the ocean, but you can only spend so much time, you know, out there before you get, you know, physically tired. And so once you come in, there's like reading, like I finished a book while I've been here, but there's not a lot else, so why not open my Scrivenger document and write another 1,000 words in my novel? Like, it's just, it feels sort of easy because there's no like internet distractions, which is such a blessing, to like have the ability to come to a place like this. I feel really lucky. So yeah, I am into chapter 10. I have to do some maths about how much I want to write more in this chapter before I get into chapter 11. I'm trying to keep the chapters to about 2,000 to 3,000 words at the moment, just for this draft. So they're semi-balanced. But yeah, the travel group / tour guide main character is at a flamenco restaurant in Barcelona in the scene I'm writing at the moment, and I don't know what shenanigans are gonna happen. I was just kind of setting up the vibe of the place in the last little bit I was writing yesterday, so I have to decide what kind of interaction I want her to have with probably her tour group. Don't think it'll be strangers, but yeah, have to figure that out, and I guess I will get to it. Okay, into chapter 11, 22,000 words in 63 minutes. Okay, much later in the day now, but we are at 23,000, and that's how long I've been working for this session. Another day, another turtle picture, even though this one is just really a turtle silhouette. I still think it's nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog today because it's getting a bit repetitive for me. So I think if I write today, that'll be 10,000 words, and that'll be a good place to stop. Okay, it was a bit of a slower start today. I kind of thought about quitting when I was like 50 words in. I was like really blocked, really had trouble getting going. But I got there, and that is 10,000 words written in essentially a week. So feeling really good about that. And yeah, it is nice to have this little writing retreat time. I still have a few more days here, but I don't think I will vlog them because I've kind of looked at the amount of clips I have, and I think this is kind of long enough for you to watch. So if you've made it to this point, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for taking an interest in my little writing world and my writing holiday, working holiday, I guess. And let me know in the comments how your own projects, creative projects, writing, whatever you're doing is going, and yeah, I'll talk to you there. Okay, bye for now.